Okay, hello everybody. How are you all doing? It is John here for the Hansenis for a special video. This is a recap overview of the London 2012 Olympic closing ceremonies. I first of all have to say it gets an A+++. 100%. It was the best hands down closing ceremony I've seen in a long time. I'm from Vancouver and our closing ceremonies really blew chunks. It was terrible. So hands down Britain, you win. So it started basically the day in the life of London. It started with rush hour. Sir Winston Churchill, well, a man portraying him, popped out of the Big Ben Tower and gave a little speech. It was great. Emile Sade came out and performed. Love, love, love it. They had a chorus singing. Members of the show Stomp were performing. And then a couple groups came out and performed. Madness started the night off with the song Our House, in the middle of our street, our house. And then the Pet Shop Boys, one of my favorite groups from the 80s, did West End Girls. East End Boys and West End Girls, West End Girls. They were gorgeously dressed in black outfits and black dunce hats. It was fabulous. Prince Harry and the IOC's President Jacques Rogue came out and took their seats, and we had a street party going. One Direction came out on the flatbed trucks, and they were doing What Makes You Beautiful. I love them. They're so adorable. Then we had more Stomp players going. We had Ray Davis singing Waterloo Sunsets, one of my favorite songs. Spellbound. We had some acrobatic mimey dancers. And then the day in the life of London came full circle and finished off when Emile Sade came out and sang again and finished off the song. It was breathtaking. Next we had my favorite part of the event. The flag bearers came out. Now it's different in the closing ceremonies because what they do is they have all the flag bearers from all the countries come out in unison at once, non-stop. Instead of having each country with a flag bearer and then its athletes and then the next country, they had all the flag bearers come out quickly at once and lined up the middle of the stage. And then they brought all the athletes out and put them in like a mosh pit format, which is really cool. Everybody meshed up together. So it kind of brings the whole spirit of togetherness together, and people, it's just an amazing experience. And to see the flag bearer for Canada, Christine Sinclair, with her amazing smile on her face, like she was on top of the world, it just brought so much tears to my eyes and so much joy to my heart. Christine, you are such an inspiration for Canadians, and people like myself, I give my hat off to you. You are such an amazing woman. Congratulations. Next, we had some great Bhangra music and performances while they were building these white blocks. There were 301, each one representing an Olympic event. While the white blocks were being built, they had some movie and images and stuff of the last 16 days on a screen playing for you. Then they had to do a medal ceremony. The marathon medalists were awarded. The gold went to Stephen Kiprich, I can't remember how to say it, of Uganda. Really nice. And then they did an ode to the Olympic volunteers. Again, my hat's off to you. I know from seeing in Vancouver, it takes a lot of volunteers to give up their time and energy to make it happen. So my hat's off to all the wonderful volunteers. Thank you so much for bringing in the world with style and grace. Next, we go to the main part of the event, which is the Symphony of British Music. There was a lot of British musical acts that came out and performed, so I'm going to quickly go through them so I don't take up too much time. The first one was Bohemian Rhapsody. It was performed, obviously, by Queen, but Queen wasn't there to actually physically perform it. They played an excerpt of it to start it off. Really cool. Then Imagine was sang. It was by a kids' choir that were in white t-shirts and pants, but they had the word Imagine on their t-shirts. Halfway through their singing, a video of John Lennon doing the original popped up and joined in. It was really great. Next, they had George Michael. He sang Freedom, or Freedom 90, however you want to call it. But you give it to what you take. I said freedom, yeah, freedom. You get it, okay. Then the Kaiser Chiefs came on and sang Pinball Wizard. Anyone like me that's a Glee fan obviously knows from one of the final episodes of the Nationals this year on the show Glee, they did the song Pinball Wizard, so love it. Then they had pictures of models come out on trucks, and behind these pictures, inside the truck, on the truck back, was the actual model themselves. They did like a fashion runway type piece. They showed Alexander McQueen, Vivienne Westwood, Victoria Beckham, Paul Smith, and Burberry outfits, kind of going over British fashion. It was really exciting to see, so well done there. Naomi Campbell and Kate Moss made appearances, so I'm excited. Then Annie Lennox came and performed Little Bird. She came out on a ghost ship, actually. People were dressed in Victorian-style costumes. They had really dark and grimy tango-style moves. It was really cool and sexy, and she did such a great job working that stage, baby. Ed Sheeran, our fabulous little, redhead, came out, Power to the Gingers, and did Pink Floyd's Wish You Were Here, so that was a great cover. Followed by Russell Brand. Now, he's a very whimsical person when it comes to performing. I didn't think he had much musical talent, but he did okay. He performed the Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory theme song. Come with me, and you'll be in a world of pure imagination. That one. I don't really know the name off the top of my head. And I Am the Walrus, which is like a 60s song. It's really cool. In his like hippie bus, it was kind of cool. And then Fatboy Slim comes out DJing in an octopus. Surprise, surprise, and entrenches the bus and eats that up, and does some of his songs like the Rockefeller Skank. Funk Soul Brother, check it out now. The Funk Soul Brother. Then we go to some more modern acts. Jessie J performed a Price Tag in a open Corvette type car, looking kind of slutty, might I say. Tiny Tempa did Written in the Stars, and Tao Cruz came out with Dynamite. Then the three of them culminated on stage and sang the Bee Gees song, You Should Be Dancing. It was really fun. Next, we had the most epic performance of it all. The Spice Girls came and performed. They did Wannabe and Spice Up Your Life. Halfway through Spice Up Your Life, they ended up getting on top of these cars, with the little taxi cars, and ended up going around the station. It was going around the stadium. It was really kind of fun and exciting. Loved it. Best part of the night. Then my favorite 90s alt-rock band, Oasis, came and did Wonderwall. Loved it. Then we had some weird people from the 1920s and 30s dressed. They were shooting somebody from a cannon. They were flying around in weird planes. It was kind of creepy. And then Eric Idle came out and did Always Look on the Bright Side of Life. Everyone loves that song. It's great. Some more Bhangra dancers came out. Eric Idle kind of got in with them. And then as they kind of dispersed, he finished off his song. It was great. Then Muse came and performed. Love that. Muse is the official 2012 London song, Survival. Love it. And then Queen actually got on stage, minus Freddie Mercury, may he rest in peace, and performed We Will Rock You with Jessie J. Loved it. Next, we have the more serious part. The National Anthem of Greece played. The London Welsh Choirs with London Wyn Jones performed the Olympic Anthem. The Olympic flag handover ceremony then happened. The Olympic flag to Jacques Rogue, who hands it to the Mayor of Rio for 2016. And then after that, the 2016 Team Rio does a showcase of what you can expect to see in 4 years. It felt like a samba party. A lot of people we didn't really know. They don't have a lot of international acts. It did look a bit cheesy and cabaret-ish, but it was very cultured and highly entertaining. Then Sebastian Coe, the organizing chair of the 2012 London Committee, and Jacques Rogue, the president of the IOC, got up each and gave speeches thanking everybody. Followed by a performance by Take That. Gary Barlow, one of the more noted names of the band, is actually a judge on the X Factor UK. Love him. They did Rule the World. And then Darcy Brissell performed... very acrobatic and dance-worthy, which led to the culminating of the flame being extinguished. Major tears for myself. I was in so much tears. And then The Who performed. And that ended the ceremony. It was really great. A few last words I'm going to leave you with. The spirit of these games will forever inspire a generation. When our time came, Britain, we did it right. You've shown the world the best of British hospitality. And we thank you for being such an honor and representing your country well. On behalf of myself and the Hand Sannies team, I want to say thank you for pulling off the best closing ceremonies in Olympic history, in my opinion. You guys did such an amazing job. You represented your country well, and you brought me to tears the whole time. I'm in awe of how much you embodied the Olympic spirit. Thank you so much, everybody, for watching. I give you guys an A+, and I can't wait to see everybody in Sochi in 2014 for the Winter Olympics. Please comment, rate, subscribe, and why not leave me some comments or a video response of your own feeling of the Olympic closing ceremonies. Have a good night. Bye-bye.